I've got a golden ticket.
That's a winner!
Good evening and welcome to DraftKings at Casino Queen. Clemson, John, David, and Russell, how we doing, Russell? Doing good? I like it. All right, hey, I have to be first tonight because I'm like a 12-year-old on Christmas morning, headed to Hot Springs, Arkansas in about 9 hours. And then it's a 7-hour drive. But you know when you get ready to go to Vegas and you can't sleep the night before? I don't care how many times you've gone.
Get her to Vegas, the big game.
Yeah, whatever. You're
Yeah,
just
yeah,
excited, right?
yeah.
The only problem is I'm going to have to find a way to get at least 4 hours sleep because I'm driving this time. This is the first time I'm driving. So I don't want to be too tired. It's a 7-hour drive, but I am 52-year-old child ready to go. I am so excited. We added an extra day this year. So normally it's just a 2-day event when it's going to be mid 60s to low 70s and not a cloud in the sky for 3 days. That's not true.
Yeah,
It's supposed to be cloudy tomorrow, but
no rain?
maybe.
Okay.
But Saturday and Sunday we're clear.
Yeah.
So I was hoping, it's hard when you go on a trip like this, you got to plan in advance. It could have rained all 3 days, could rain 2 out of 3, but I am 68 degrees and sunny or partly cloudy with no chance of rain Saturday and Sunday. 40% chance of rain for tomorrow, but I'll take it as we head into the weekend. Mid-March?
Yeah.
Normally go in February, which that's really, you're taking a chance there.
Yeah.
But so very excited because I just found out yesterday through the gentleman I'm going with is I get to meet 18 Hall of Fame trainer and jockeys and have some personal time with them and get to talk to them about their careers and get some autographs and hopefully some pictures. So very excited. That's all I got.
Yeah. Well, bring home some winners.
Yep. Yep. I might be able to do one
bring
or two.
Home a pick 4.
Listen, if I come home with anything in my pocket, that's a plus. Me 3 days at the track, I'm gonna just be honest, it's highly unlikely I'm coming home with any money. Because if I head into Sunday with a even or a little bigger bankroll, I'm firing. I'm going for thousands, not hundreds.
Do you want to win the first day or the last day?
Always the first day, because at least it pays for my trip and I can fire away. You know how much I like to fire?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I can't fire every day. I mean, I have X amount. I have about $500 for each day, right?
Okay.
So if I win like 2,000 the first day,
you're gonna have more than $500 for each day.
Well, I would, but I don't. At least I can fire and not have to worry about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think I would fire 1,000 each day if I'm losing. But if I like something, here's the other thing: if I come across something I really like, I haven't looked at it this weekend. I haven't had time, but if I really like something, I can hit it hard without worries of having to go to the ATM, Johnny. I don't like going to the ATM.
The old automatic teller machine, keep that away.
Yeah. My friend Adam charges a fee.
Yeah.
He's no friend of mine.
No.
Well, it's really bad at the ATM when it says you have to take out $20 minimum increments and you only got $19 in the machine.
I don't know if I've ever been there, Davey.
or you got $20 left in the machine and you don't have enough for the fee. Or your bank lets you take it out.
Yeah.
And it's short by $1, and then they charge you a $30 overdraft fee.
Yeah.
So it costs you $30 to take out the 20. But you know what? Do I take out the 20? Probably. Let's hope we don't get there. Those are real situations that might really happen, but have happened in the past, allegedly.
Allegedly.
But yeah, so I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm really excited. It's what first time I went was 3 years ago. And they have a great sports book. It's tiny. It's really small, but it's really nice, and they're all so friendly down there. And March Madness, not yet. But what do we got? We're heading into conference finals.
Yeah.
Right?
Conference championship wrapping up on Sunday.
Yeah, but I get to bet it while I'm down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm excited about that.
Yep.
Yeah. So last year, was it last year or 2 years ago? I can't remember. I went down, I think it was 2 years ago. I went down and did a show on the radio, live from down there, and that was when Arkansas beat Kansas.
That was last year.
Was that last year? Then I was there for that. Yeah, and then they went to the Elite Eight. Yes.
And lost in the Elite Eight.
So I was there for when Arkansas beat Kansas, and that place, the whole casino and racetrack were rocking.
Yeah, man, that was a big
Yeah.
deal for the Razorback fans.
Yeah.
Musselman was up on the scores table with his shirt off. The head coach of Arkansas.
That was fun.
They went from an Elite Eight appearance to a
No appearance.
Huh?
No appearance, or were they coming back? I don't know. You got to tell me.
no, they're done.
Yeah, they're done.
But they went from an Elite Eight appearance to a strange in-team gay love triangle.
Huh?
Yeah.
Wait, explain yourself. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Well, we're gonna get an explanation from John, and put up the chat for me, please.
Yeah.
Watch us drink. We don't need an electrical malfunction.
There we go.
Oh, we got right on. What we got?
Yeah. So here's the gay love triangle.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see what happened.
Oh,
That's not
hold
it.
on. That was it.
There it is. Love triangle right there. Basketball team.
Nope.
There it is right there. Love triangle on the
I clicked
Arkansas.
on that one, but let's do this.
All right. What is this now?
Trayvon Brazil makes fun of illicit rumors as Hog's front court gets serious. He was in. I think he
Is
was
this
one
for
of the,
real, or is this just?
No, here it is. Here we go.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm curious. I never heard of this. When was this?
This season,
Okay.
like December and like
Okay.
November.
So
Like
explain it.
there's nothing. That's exactly what it was.
But who was involved? Does it say who was involved? Not that it matters. I don't care.
Yeah, Devo Davis was apparently involved in a gay love triangle with two of the other players on the Arkansas team.
So what I have to say to that is, wait, what's the big deal? Why are they still playing? Did they leave the team?
Devo Davis, I think, is. I don't know if the other two are, but
okay.
That's derailed their season.
Well, I don't see why it would affect it, really.
I
guess in Arkansas, it's not looked upon as much as is okay here. Is that what it is?
No, it's caused a lot of rift within their team.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I personally have no issues, so I don't but I guess it's a
love triangle is pretty hostile.
I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, all right.
It's not BYU.
Okay, I got you.
You get that?
Yes,
reference?
yes, I do. Yeah.
We're not in Utah per se, but
Yeah,
so
I
any
got you.
love triangle is going to cause a rift within your team.
Okay.
So they went from an Elite Eight appearance to
no appearance,
derailing their season through a love triangle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure, the other players appreciated that. No, they did not.
The fan base, the coaching staff, everybody did not appreciate it. But what a wild time to be an Arkansas Razorback basketball fan.
And this is recent. This is
Yes, this year.
February 1st, right?
Yeah,
Came
that's
out.
all this whole season. It's
Yeah.
been derailed by the Arkansas gay love triangle.
Before, and I'm going to ask, I'll wait till Noah. Noah Van Bree is going to join us.
Yeah.
If you guys remember Noah's like John, wealth of knowledge when it comes to basketball, especially college basketball.
Yeah.
So we're going to have fun with Noah. He's going to give us a call in about 10 minutes, and we're going to have him for 10 or 15 minutes. And so I'll ask my question when it comes to that, because it's going to be about Rick Barnes and the Tennessee Volunteers.
Yeah.
Because I still want to bet him. I haven't bet him yet.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say that he, as a coach, doesn't collapse during March Madness time, because he has a record of doing that. But those players don't care what happened 10 years ago. They were in elementary school.
Right.
The Dalton Connect was, with their star player, kid's 21, 22 years old. These guys don't know what happened last year, 2 years ago, or 5 years, 10 years ago, And as far as this team is very good.
David, I got my Clemson shirt. I bought this myself, by the way. Just to be clear. They said I finally got my Clemson shirt. I bought it myself.
Yeah. You've worn it a few times.
What's up, Matt? Make sure you give me calls or text me Saturday morning. And let's see, David Sanders, was Sharp at Oakland Park when Evan Elder fight got stopped. So, David, I don't know if I told you the story.
Oh, yeah, that's what happened. I remember now.
So I was at Oakland, and I won for the day. I won $200 on the day, and I put it on Evan Elder at plus money. I forget what he was. Plus 180, plus 160. I don't know, something like that. 180. Yeah, close to 200. And I put it all on Evan Elder, and that's the fight that got stopped. So, yes, I was front row seats in their sports book. They saved one for me right after the races. and then they called the fight. Was winning the fight and then called the fight. So the answer to your question is yes. 2023, last year. That's when I was there.
Yep.
That's when I was there.
Remember that.
So
And
yeah,
it was the fight everybody thought Evan won, and he was going to win.
it was the third
It was
round. Yep.
almost maybe a formality that he was going to win that
Yeah, all he had
fight.
to do was cruise the rest
All
of
he
the
had to
way.
do was just put it on cruise control.
Yeah.
Put it
Evan,
in the left lane.
you know, we had him on Evan on 590 after that. You remember that? And he,
Yeah.
I talked to him about leg kicks. And
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what he said?
Yeah.
They hurt.
They hurt. Yeah. That's like I was at when I was a teenager at Atlanta Falcons training camp, and Warwick Dunn, the running back for the Falcons at the time, was there, and I said, "Who hits harder, John Lynch, who you used to be a teammate with and play in practice every day with, or Brian Dawkins, who against the Eagles, who y'all played
Can I
against
guess what he said?
a bunch?" And he said,
Both.
"I don't know. I ain't trying to get hit by either one of them."
Yeah, both, right?
He said, "I ain't
Yeah.
trying to get hit by either one of them."
Yeah, both.
And then my crazy friend asked Dan Reeves for his Rolex.
Huh?
He said, "Hey, Coach Reeves, can I get that Rolex?" And Dan Reeves looked up from signing a piece of paper and said, "Hell no." The old Falcons coach.
Yeah, no,
Dan
I
Reeves.
know exactly who that is, of course.
Those were
Yeah.
some fun times back in the NFL, I think. Yeah. They Falcons made a Super Bowl that broke the Minnesota Vikings' hearts.
Yes.
That was a crazy. Gary Anderson hadn't missed a field goal in like 3 years, literally.
Yeah. That thing was like a rock when he kicked it.
No, it was the inside.
No, I'm talking
It's
about what's
inside.
one that he missed? Who missed the one for the Vikings in the freeze? It was like
How
6
long?
degrees. I don't know. Anybody know this?
Well,
This is
this
like
was
5-6 years ago.
98.
No, I'm thinking one
in
5-6 years ago.
No.
Who was the field goal kicker for the Vikings that missed them to go on in the playoffs? I can't remember.
I can't remember that one, but I know the Gary Anderson was indoors because the Vikings used to play play indoors.
Now that
But yeah, the old Gary Anderson miss, and the Falcons and the Dirty Birds. That's when the Dirty Birds started. Jamal Anderson, the running back. They went on to lose to the Broncos and John Elway.
Before I forget, I gotta say, David, I haven't looked at any of the races this weekend. David, if you could tell me is there any Derby preps this weekend? It's horrible of me. I should know that. I haven't been following, believe it or not, as much as closely this year. I'll get into it when I get back from Oakon. But is there any Derby preps this weekend on Saturday? I don't know. I don't know if you know, but if you do know, let me know.
We're 2 months out.
First weekend in May. So John and I are gonna go. You gonna go with me? I'm gonna go up to Churchill Downs one of Tuesday or Wednesday before the Derby, just for the day.
Oh,
you want to go?
Well, I mean, you don't have to. You don't have to ask me twice.
Okay, I'm asking you once.
Yeah, more than likely, you can pencil me in. Yeah.
I just can't stop thinking about horse racing right now. Very excited.
Why are you going to go on a Tuesday or Wednesday?
Okay, so they don't normally race Tuesday, Wednesday, but the week before the Derby, it's the lead up, right? So you can go for free and watch Derby horses work out at 7 a.m. So I want to go and do that, and then have breakfast, and then go for the live races, and then come home. I just want to see how it's set up. I've never been to the Derby, and I've never seen like all the tents and everything. Everything's set up for the Kentucky Derby.
So they do have races on that Tuesday
Yes.
and that Wednesday.
Yes, and Thursday. Yeah. I do know that the price of hotel goes significantly up
on
as you
that
head into
Friday?
Thursday.
Well,
Well, Thursday too.
Thursday?
Yeah. So I also thought about going up for the Kentucky Derby. It's only a 4-hour drive.
Yeah.
I thought about going to the infield, and then driving home that night, just to be there. That's the only way, because I'm not paying $700 for a room.
No.
I'm not doing it. It's not happening. But anyway, so I thought about just driving up for the day to the Kentucky, because they remodeled. They spent millions and millions of dollars remodeling Churchill Downs, and I want to see it. So anyway, check the chat, see if there's any questions. And we're waiting on Noah to give us a call. It should be any moment. Any moment that Noah gives us a call. Oh, David says, I don't know. I barely followed any horse racing since Twin Spires. Yeah, that's brutal. Twin Spires just knocked me out. It knocked me out too, David. I used to follow it every day in some form or fashion. And it's hard when you can't bet it. Right? It took my betting ability away, which probably saved me several thousand a year, but it took my entertainment away. So now I can't sit on my couch and bet horses anymore. I actually have to go to a off-track betting facility, or I could do it offshore, but I don't really want to do that.
Yeah, offshore is about the only place you can do it, unless go to Illinois.
All right, John, let's talk about some automatic bids from the conference tourney winners.
Yeah, a lot of the little guys have already finished up. They've already they punched their ticket.
Okay, so any of your projections from last week coming through?
You
know what I'm talking about?
Charleston?
Yeah.
Well, they're a mainstay. I mean, they had a hell of a fight from the Seawolves of Stony Brook. Stony Brook, I don't know where they've been all year. They started out terrible, like the Stony Brook always does. But the Seawolves found a big man. Madu was his name. Madu.
Not made off.
Like that, but
Not made off.
Not made off, no. But Mado or Madow or something. But this kid was he was hell on the boards, getting every rebound.
We've got St. Bonaventure.
Oh, the Bonnies are coming back.
Look at this. San Diego State has tied it up.
Okay.
I'm back in action.
We don't need that.
No, I do.
Not on your big ticket.
Yeah, this is my big ticket.
Not the one I did for you.
Oh no, what do we need?
UNLV.
To win.
Points, didn't I?
I don't
know. I gave them 4.5. We got a 4.5 middle.
Okay, well, let's do that.
So if
San Diego,
but
you don't have
by 4
you need
less,
UNLV to win.
Both.
You need UNLV to win on your other ticket. Don't you?
I have to look at it.
Okay.
But,
well, we got some live action going on too, so this
plenty
is plenty of live action.
But yeah, Stony Brook gave Charleston all they could handle. That game went into overtime. Stony Brook taking Charleston to overtime, but Charleston puts them away in overtime, wins the Colonial, the CAA, the Colonial Athletic Conference. So Charleston punches their ticket again. They've punched it year after year, again and again and again. The Cougars are just a mainstay. The Big Sky, Montana State, punches their tournament.
David Blair Walsh.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I kind of remember that now. The Vikings
kicker, yeah.
Yeah, from 5-6 years ago.
Yeah.
Yep. Montana State punches their ticket. Stetson, the Hatters, the Stetson Hatters. That's their school name. The Hatters. What a unique name.
What's a Hatter?
Yeah, the Hatters.
Well, what is that?
I don't know. I could look. But they punched their first ticket since 2003.
Okay.
The Stetson Hatters.
Where's Stetson at?
Let's see. Where is Stetson?
I mean, Texas would be.
It's in the Northeast somewhere.
No, it's in the Northeast. Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
Stetson University. Oh, never mind. I'm way off. Never mind. That's the Atlantic Sun. That's Florida. Never mind. I got them crisscrossed there. Yeah, Stetson's in Florida. That was the Atlantic Sun Conference.
Okay.
With Florida Gulf Coast and the rest of those teams. Yeah, so Stetson is going to the dance. First time since 2003.
Probably what, a 16, 15?
Yeah, they're going to be a 16 seed. They're probably going to be in that play-in game where the 2 16s play and the one moves on to the 16 to play the one.
Okay.
So they'll go to that play-in game more than likely. But Stetson, moving on. Kind of a shocker to me in the Big South. Longwood beats High Point. High Point had been cruising, and they were a team I think that could have gotten like a 14 seed and beat a 3, High Point. But hey, these 3 tournament games that Longwood won, they were cruising past people, dominating them. They beat Asheville by 20, and then stepped up and beat High Point. So the Lancers of Longwood are going dancing. Longwood, that's got to be Virginia. Let me look. University.
Wow.
Yeah, Virginia.
St. Bonaventure took the lead.
Yeah, the Bonnies take the lead.
Is it overtime?
Wow.
It's got to be overtime.
Wow.
Right?
Let me look. The Bonnies are in the A10 tournament against Loyola.
And I'm getting 3.5.
You're getting 3.5 on your bet?
Yeah.
The Bonnies up by 4 in overtime. They did. They set that thing to overtime. Loyola has not scored a bucket since the 5-minute mark of the second half.
That's unbelievable.
The last 7.5 minutes, they hadn't
How many
scored a
minutes
bucket.
left?
Not a free throw, anything.
All right, hey, Noah on the line. Give me just a second, Noah. I'm going to put you on speaker. Are you there?
Yes.
Hold on. Can we hear Noah?
You guys hear me?
I can hear you. Can you? Yeah, we good?
Yeah, I think we're good. What's going on?
What's happening? Noah Van Bree, welcome back. It is loud in here. The machines are going crazy. Noah, thank you for taking time out to join us again.
Absolutely. Glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
What are we talking about, John?
I just got into the automatic bids.
Yep.
Oh, the automatic bids.
Yeah, we were talking about the surprise out of the Big South somewhat with the Lancers of Longwood beating High Point. I thought High Point was a team that could have pulled an upset, but we'll never know because Longwood steals the bid.
And can you guys hear me? You're cutting out a little bit. I can't really
Yeah, we can
piece
hear.
it together.
We can hear you fine. Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Say something. Go ahead and say something, Noah. Are you there?
Hello, hello.
Yeah.
Hello, hello.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, we can hear you just fine, Noah. How can you hear us?
Are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Oh yeah, we're good.
Okay.
If we
I think I can
start,
hear you guys a little better now.
all right, if we are cutting out, just tell me again, and I'll do some. My speaker on my phone is terrible, so.
Gotcha. It sounds better now.
But I'm saying if it gets bad again, just let me know, and I'll do what I just did.
Will do.
Thank you.
But
So you guys
yeah,
were talking about the automatic bids. I heard High Point.
yeah, Longwood stealing the bid away from High Point. So we'll never know if High Point could have pulled the upset. I was saying they were a team that could have pulled that upset, but the Lancers of Longwood take them down, so we'll never know. Longwood played good in the 3 games, though. They put a whooping on Asheville and then beat High Point. So
Yeah, John, you're still cutting out a little bit. Yeah, I did hear Longwood taking down High Point. I don't know if you guys can hear me, but I was actually at the Big 12 tournament yesterday. I went to see Texas and K-State, and then Cincinnati versus Kansas. So that was, I don't know if you guys have touched the Big 12 at all yet, but that was a lot of fun, being one of the best conferences in the country this year in like the past 10 years. Got to see Kansas State pull the comeback against Texas, and then Cincinnati took down the shorthanded Jayhawks. But it was a ruckus atmosphere in there for both the Kansas teams. It's pretty much a home field advantage for them in that tournament.
yeah, what was the deal with them Dickinson not playing? Yeah, what was the deal with Dickinson not playing, Noah?
I believe he's nursing a shoulder injury. I believe that happened at Houston, and it's just precautionary. They're sitting him and McCullough out, and they got whooped. I mean, let me tell you, like, DeJuan Harris isn't going to be the guy to do it. He needs players. That Kansas team, they've struggled away from home all year long. Obviously, without their 2 best players, that's going to be no different. So, really was just a lackluster performance from them, and a good performance from Cincinnati. They need wins right now. They probably have to win the Big 12 tournament if they want a chance to get in. I don't think they can get an automatic bid at this point. So, yeah, great win from them. And, Kansas, even with the home crowd, just too shorthanded to pull anything off in that game.
Hey, no, we can hear you just fine. If you can't hear us, just let me know. But we can hear you just fine.
Okay, perfect. I can hear you guys now.
Okay. All right.
Perfect. Another bubble team I was going to watch for. I didn't know if they were going to win their tournament, but it doesn't matter now. But James Madison wins their tournament.
Yep.
I think they should have gotten in anyway. There's a lot of bubble teams I don't want to see in this tournament. No, I don't think I want to see Michigan State. Michigan State looks awful.
And I have no idea how they are still in the position they are. I understand that their net ranking is pretty decent. Obviously, the net is a sorting tool, and it's a metric that I have a good understanding of. But sometimes there's outliers that stick out to me, and I'm like, how is that happening? And one of them is Michigan State this year. I do not understand how they are still valued so high in that sorting tool with the kind of season that they've had. I just don't understand it. They're not a team that deserves to play in the tournament. I know a lot of people make the case, we want to see the mid-majors over the middling P5 schools. I don't know if I agree with that, because you got to look at like UCLA a few years ago, Syracuse a few times. Those Power 5 schools can make runs, so I think you just got to give it to the most deserving. But yeah, Michigan State, they're not even necessarily a bubble team. I think they're pretty secure in the field according to most bracketologists. And
oh
that
my
was
gosh,
a bit
really?
shocking to me. I'm sure the Michigan State fans, if any are listening, would let me know how inaccurate my breakdown is. But I just can't see why they're so valued this season, besides being preseason number 4 in the AP poll, which we all know the AP poll doesn't really mean anything when it comes to bracketology time. But yeah, that one's shocking to me.
Yeah, another team I don't think should make it is a team that lost today, and Penny Hardaway and the Memphis Tigers.
Oh yeah, I think Penny Hardaway is one of the worst coaches in the NCAA right now. His talent level stops outside of recruiting. I mean, this is a team that picked up Naquan Tomlin from K-State after he was, I guess, suspended by the university and decided to leave, and they just couldn't piece anything together. It was just, you watch any of their games, just a terrible season for them. I think they should have let him go a while ago, but I'm hoping Memphis parts ways now after what a just abysmal season that was.
Yeah, if Memphis
have
gets
to do it.
in
He can
and
do
a team like Indiana State doesn't get in, that's going to cause a lot of problems.
Yeah, I think the main team that's probably going to sneak in is I was worried it was going to be Villanova, but after they beat DePaul by 1 point on a three-pointer with 10 seconds left, I think they moved down in the net enough to where they'd have to make a run in that Big East tournament to get considered. But there's a lot of teams like St. John's who are playing good basketball lately. K-State, if they win tonight against Iowa State, they're probably right up there as well, which I think they deserve to be in if they win that game. They're a talented team that's kind of starting to piece it together. But yeah, like you said, like the Pitts, the Wake Forest, the Indiana States, teams like that where they've just kind of been meh all season. I think Pittsburgh is a team that deserves to be in if they continue to win. They're right on the bubble right now, in my opinion. I think they're like 15-3 or something like that in their past few games. So they're a team that's really turned it on. If they can get another quad 1 win or quad 2 win and kind of push their way up into the field, I think they'll be an exciting team to watch. But I agree with you. There's a lot of teams just hovering right now that you kind of hope get bounced, just so you don't have to watch them get clobbered in the first round.
Yeah, another bubble team that's playing right now. San Diego State's on a run, so the UNLV's down by 6. But UNLV wins this game. Do they creep up into the tournament?
I don't think so personally. I think they're still a ways out. I think they're going to have to do pretty well in that tournament. I mean, they have opportunities. The Mountain West has a lot of teams that are valued pretty high. I think they're overvalued, in my opinion, as they are every year. But they're going to have those opportunities to win. I think the main game is that New Mexico-Boise State game. I think Boise State is secure in the field, but New Mexico with a loss here, I think their bubble is popped. So I think they need a win here. I don't know if it's a win and in. I'd have to look at their resume a little closer, but this is definitely a game that they need to take. Whereas Boise State, I believe, is favored in that game, but I think they're securely in the field. So a lot of fun matchups. Wake Forest lost to Pitt today, so Wake Forest is more than likely out. And like I said, K-State right now fighting for their tournament lives, and they're playing in front of their home crowd essentially. So it'll be interesting to see which teams pull these out in these clutch moments.
Yeah. What do you think about the Virginia Cavaliers resume? They've looked so weird this year. They score 40 points 3 games in a row, and they're a team that's hard to put a finger on.
Yeah, you were cutting out a bit, but I think I heard Virginia Cavaliers.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah. Yes. What do you think of their resume?
Yeah, that was a team that started to get. It seemed like in February they were getting hot a little bit. They had a road win at Clemson. It started to look like Tony Bennett had figured it out and was piecing it together, and then all of a sudden the wheels just came off, and they're back to that Tony Bennett style. Don't score a lot of points, but don't give up a lot of points. That's one of those teams that I'm just not excited to watch in the tournament. This is not the 2019 team or anything close to that. I think this is another just lackluster team, but I don't know what I think they're on the right side of the bubble right now, if I remember correctly. I'd have to look at their resume, but yeah, just another team that just doesn't quite have it all together. On the contrary, I think one team that is figuring it out is after firing Chris Holtman. Ohio State was pretty dang good.
The Buckeyes are just rolling.
Yeah, I know. They're going to need a win over Iowa tonight, and then probably a few more, if not winning the Big Ten tournament. But yeah, that's a team that I would rather see instead of Michigan State in that conference. So
yeah, they're going to face an uphill battle. They're going to face an uphill battle, like you said.
Yep, absolutely.
Can you hear us okay?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, I got to get my little 2 cents in. I know we have the Rick Barnes that we've been fading him for a few years, but I got to tell you, I think I'm going to bet him to win it all this year. No, what do you think?
I mean, yeah, you got to look at Rick Barnes. I think he made the NCAA tournament like 14 consecutive years with Texas. Never did any real damage in the tournament. He's made it with Tennessee. He's had a lot of good teams at Tennessee. Hasn't really done much. I think with Dalton Connect coming from, I believe Southern Indiana or Southern Illinois is where he transferred from.
Wasn't it Northern
Lance
Colorado?
Jones was on that team too.
Wasn't Dalton Connect in Colorado? Northern Colorado or something?
You may be right. I think I'm getting it confused. He may have been. I'm getting my transfers mixed up.
Well, there's a bunch of them.
Just so crazy this year, the past few years. But
let's see here.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, he was at Northern Colorado.
Colorado. Okay,
yeah.
I'm probably thinking maybe the head coach was in Colorado. I can't remember why I'm thinking that way. But yeah, I like this Tennessee team. I do. Obviously, there's still some holes. They lost to Kentucky the last game I watched, and don't get me wrong, Kentucky's got shooters on that team. They can score from anywhere. They can score a lot. I think for like a 5-game span, they were averaging like 104 points per game. So having them come into your building and beat you isn't the worst thing, but that's definitely a game that you want to win against that young Kentucky team. So David, I would not say it's a bad call, but I'm just not there yet. I'm still on the fade Rick Barnes train, and I think I will be until I see something.
Well, he's got
to show me at this point.
Yeah, plus 1,300. You know, I like those numbers.
Oh yeah. What's Iowa State at right now to win the whole thing? Have those numbers pulled up?
John's looking up right now. Hey, I'm headed to Oakland tomorrow at 3 a.m.
Can you watch the ponies?
Yeah, I'll be a DGen for about 3 days.
That's the life.
Hey, if you got any basketball picks this weekend, let me know.
I will. I'll look over the cards for tomorrow when some of these matchups are finalized, and I'll let you know.
I gotta be in action all day. You know me.
You gotta. You can't be in a legal betting state in a place like Oakland and not be in action.
Hey, you remember we had such a great time.
Oh, just a blast. That was a terrific trip, and that casino and racetrack is just so cool. It's so well run, operated.
That was 2 years ago, right?
Yeah, that was March of 22. So yeah, coming up on 2 years now.
How fast that's gone by.
Yeah. I know.
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy.
You went last year too.
I went last year also, but I'm just saying that this is my my annual trip. We moved it back a little bit, and normally we were going President's Day weekend. Then I went back down with you, and I went twice in a short amount of time, and then I'm headed back at 3 a.m. An extra day added on, so I'm Friday, Saturday, Sunday at Oakland.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, have a great time. Yeah, that'll be a blast.
Iowa State 25-1.
2,500.
25-1. That's. I don't think Iowa State quite has the offense for me to make that bet, but when you get into the tournament, you got to look at a few things, and one of them is endurance. And so I usually take out the teams that rely too heavily on 3-pointers. So I look at teams like Creighton and stuff like that. I tend to fade those. And you look at teams that play just scrappy, good defense. So for me, that's Iowa State. That's Houston. I think Houston is my favorite to win it all. You know, shocker, they're number 1 overall. But I really think that
what's the price
they're just
on them?
so tenacious and so defensive oriented while having, shooters like LJ Cryer, the Baylor transfer, Jamal Shedd, Big 12 Player of the Year. And then like Tugler down low. I think they're just really talented. I think they got a lot of weapons, and I think defense is going to win it this year for sure. So that's why maybe a sneaky play would be Iowa State, but I just don't think they have the scoring. Tamin Lipsey is a great player, but I just don't think he's got enough around him.
Yeah, Houston actually has a little bit more scoring this year, so that's why I like the Cougars too. I like Kelvin Sampson, man. He's built this team the right way, I think.
He has. He really has. And I think you look at it, I'll be the first one to admit I would fade Houston every year and talk about how I think they're a little overrated a little bit just because of playing in the American Conference. And I think this is a weaker Big 12 than last year. I think You look at the Kansas State team of last year, the Texas team of last year, way better than they are this year. I think the Big 12 was deeper last year, even with less teams. But here comes Houston. They came in, lost their first 2 road games in the conference. It was looking like they were going to get exposed, and Calvin Sampson, turned it up a bit. This team is electric. They don't, they refuse to quit. They hit the big shots. They pull out wins, and that's going to translate to the tournament. It does most of the time. So
Yeah. What about
that would probably be the safe pick and my pick. So
what about Marquette?
I'm a little worried about Tyler Kolek. He's been injury prone, and they're just not the same team without him.
Okay.
I like Shaka Smart. Obviously, that VCU run was incredible, but
Right.
he just couldn't sustain that with Texas, and I think that's mainly because of his personality. I think Shaka Smart is more of a gritty guy. He does better with the small recruitments, whereas at Texas, I don't think he gels with the American all-American McDonald's athletes that come in thinking they're tough stuff. So I think teams like VCU and Marquette, he's excelled there because they're able to buy into what he's selling more, and I don't think I don't think that translated at Texas as much. So I really like Shaka Smart coach teams. I think Marquette is a great team. They've just been a little inconsistent this year, and Tyler Kolek's injury status makes me a little weary.
Yeah, they're 25-1 right now.
Speaking of coaches, my Clemson Tigers better be calling Will Wade in a few weeks. Get him out of Louisiana and bring him to South Carolina.
They just went down to C, didn't they? I was a little bit shocked by that outcome. They got blown out in that game, like by 20.
Yeah, Boston College beat them by 20. I wasn't shocked. This is a very talented team. They just can't overcome Brad Brownell's coaching.
Yep.
He is god awful. I don't understand. I don't understand how he's been there 14 years now.
Yeah, that's a shocker to me. And do you get worried a little bit that the success this year is going to elongate maybe his potential to be at Clemson? Or do you think
no, not really, because the success is in despite of him, not because of him. I don't think they're succeeding because of Brownell. It's because of the talent on the court. So, I mean, everybody knows. Anybody who's watched this team knows that this team should be like a 3 or 4 seed in the tournament, and now they're going to slip to a 7 seed because they want to play around with Boston College last night and lose by 21.
Yep.
So it's
I
frustrating.
think what worries me a little bit about coaches making runs in the tournament is I think you guys know I am a Texas fan.
Yeah.
That's my main team, and obviously when why am I blanking on his name? Brad, Texas Tech old coach.
Oh, the one that got fired. Yeah.
Yeah. I cannot think of his last name to save my life. Maybe I've just shoved it out of my mind because Chris Beard.
Chris Beard.
When Chris Beard got fired, Rodney Terry took over, and Rodney Terry has experience at like UTEP, coaching and stuff. But he pretty much took Chris Beard's team to an Elite Eight. And when Chris Beard left, the defense definitely took a step downhill. And I was really worried, okay, Texas is going to give him a big contract, and then sure enough, 5 years. And I'm like, this is a guy that really hasn't proven himself yet. He took someone else's team, deep into a tournament run. And, I get it. You want to reward the guy. He did good maybe, but then you look at this year's team and he recruited well, but he's just not a great coach. I like the guy, and that's what I'd be worried about for you is if Clemson does make a run, maybe they elongate Brownell. So
yeah, I mean, we'll see who they match up against. I mean, it's hard to say without a bracket in front of us, but it would surprise everybody if they make the Sweet 16. He just doesn't motivate the guys at all. They come out flat. PJ Hall gets in foul trouble. They sit him. Shefflin is playing hard like he does. He's just a glue guy. And then none of the guards rebound. I mean, none of these guards chase the ball or rebound. They just sit around and watch the ball, and it's just, this team is very talented, and, they're going to underachieve.
From what I've seen, though, they've played well on the road. The win against North Carolina. Each time I've gotten the chance to watch them, I've been surprised by the tenacity on the road. Whereas at home, They almost dropped a game to Miami. They ended up winning that game by 17, but
yeah, they lose to Georgia Tech at home.
Yeah, with like 8 minutes left, they were down 6, and then they ended up winning by 17. But then obviously they lost to Virginia at home. So maybe playing on the road, neutral site games in the tournament will give them some vigor.
Yeah, I just want them to go ahead and call Will Wade. We need some excitement in the program, and everybody's tired of Brad Brownell. There's no excitement within this program. We're going to the tournament. That's exciting, all of that. But none of the Clemson fans are even excited, man. Everybody's like, Brad Brownell sucks.
Yeah.
We thought they were going to fire him after the first round of the NIT. I don't know if you remember last year, but we got a 1 seed in the NIT and proceeded to lose to Morehead State.
Mm-hmm. I do remember that.
So
yeah, coaches have been fired for a lot less, and especially a lot less over the course of a 14-year span. So
yeah, he's got 7 wins in the ACC tournament, and he's never won 2 games in 1 season in the ACC tournament.
Yeah, maybe the boosters love him. I don't know
None
what
of
to
us
tell you.
get it.
That's shocking.
We just sit. It's Clemson, man. We just sit around and wait for football season.
Yeah, that's such a shame though, because basketball would be so much more fun if these football schools buy into it more.
I know we had a coach that in 2006 to 2009, before Brownell got here, that he had us rolling, man. Oliver Purnell, and he went to DePaul. His wife wanted to go back home, so they went to Chicago. He took the job at DePaul, and ever since then, it's just been flat, man. But Oliver Purnell had us rolling. We had OPP shirts, Oliver Purnell's Posse. You down with OPP? Oliver Purnell Posse.
I've heard of it before.
Yeah. Oliver Purnell's Posse, though, man. Oliver Purnell's Posse. We had it rolling then, but Brownell's just, I don't know, 14 years is too long. We got to get some life into this program, man.
No.
Well, all I know is,
go ahead.
I feel like for the past 3 years you've been singing the same song, so something's got to give. It sounds like.
Absolutely. Outside of Houston,
Clemson.
Who do you think's got a shot?
Say that again. You cut out a bit.
Hold on 1 second. Give me one.
Oh, it's better now. It's better.
Okay.
Outside of Houston, who do you think's got a shot?
Obviously, you got to look at Connecticut. Just Donovan Clingan is a difference maker on that team. Obviously last year they won every game in the tournament by double digits. They never even had to sweat, really. You got to watch out for them. A team that I don't think you have to watch out for is Purdue. I think that's one of the teams that everyone likes to gas up. But everybody knows what the formula to beat them is. Zach Edey, he can't defend in space. His lat movement is terrible. You take 4 inches off the guy's height, make him an even 7 feet, and he's not even a starter on that team.
Yep.
So you lock down Edey, and teams have done it. North Texas, St. Peter's, Fairleigh Dickinson. The formula how to beat Purdue, and it's by making the guards beat you. And if the guards have an off night, good night. If Purdue runs into, and this would be later in the tournament, but if Purdue runs into a team like Iowa State or Houston that is just vicious and fierce, Zach Edey isn't going to be tough enough to hang in that game. He's proven that time and time again. So I don't even think Zach Edey's an NBA guy. I think he'll go like late second round, and he might sit on a bench for a while, but I think he's going to have to go overseas. I just don't think he's that talented. I think he's just tall. But
I think if you want to throw your money away, you can also put it on the Arizona Wildcats.
True. Yeah, they're a team that's folded a lot.
Just not a big fan of Caleb Love. I think he's inconsistent. He's a great talent. Just the inconsistency, it's going to be hard to put it together for five games in a row. Especially these teams that are built on the portal, Noah, it's going to be hard to put it together for 5 games in a row, man.
Correct. It is. And I felt the same way about Caleb Williams the whole time. Obviously, when he's on, the dude's got it. We saw their final run 2 seasons ago. Yeah, the 2021-22 season. Obviously, he's got the stuff, but he is inconsistent. I think he drags his team down when he's not playing well. Just look at Carolina last year. They were the AP one to start the season and didn't even make the tournament. And I just think that's a guy that does more harm to a team than good if he's not playing fantastic. So I'm not huge on Arizona. They also played in a cupcake conference all year, so not too high on them. I do like Tommy Lloyd, though. I think he's a good coach.
You kind of side said that Arizona State sucks when you said that.
Arizona State?
They do suck.
They suck. My Sun Devils.
Yeah, they suck this year.
I mean, I'll be nice. I won't use the word suck, but they definitely leave something to be desired.
You're being very nice to me, Noah. Thank you very much. You have that skill of letting people down easy, don't you?
That's just what years of customer service jobs will do for you.
Yeah.
There you go. A team I'm gonna be looking out to watch is I don't think they'll make a big run. I mean, they got a lot of talent, but they rely on the 3-pointer too much. Is the Creighton Blue Jays. Man, they are talented and fun to watch, but when they're not hitting those threes, ugh.
Yep, they were one of the teams I got to see in the tournament last year when they played
That's right.
NC State. And this team is exciting. You got Baylor Shireman, you got the Ashworth transfer from Utah State. Obviously, you got Kalkbrenner down low. You got Trout. You got a lot of really talented players on this team. Trey Alexander. The guard play is just insane. And then you think with a 7-footer like Kalkbrenner, they should be able to dominate every aspect of the game, offensively and defensively. But like you said, when the shooting goes cold, gosh, it is hard to watch. And they're a team that I think if it clicks for them, going into the season, they were one of my favorites. I thought that, okay, this team has something. But I think you put Andrew Nembhard back on that team. I think if he never transfers to Gonzaga, watch out. But because he's an engine starter. That guy gets it going for Gonzaga. But I think they're just too inconsistent to go all the way. And the loss of Arthur Kaluma too. It's just. It seems like they haven't really pieced it together this year without some of those guys. So I hope they do well. They're fun to watch, like you said. But and they've made some good runs. But I think last year San Diego State knocked them out. The year before that, they fought hard against Kansas but lost to the eventual champions. So they're I guess the past 2 years they got knocked out by the champion and then the runner-up. So they just got to make it through the Sweet 16 and maybe they'll be able to go on a nice run.
Yep. Who's going to be our 12 seeds? I think James Madison's penciled their mark into a 12 seed. What do you think?
Yeah, I think McNeese State will be a 12 seed.
Really? You think McNeese will move up to a 12?
I think they will. I think they will. And I know a lot of people disagree with me, and I know a lot of people agree with me. But they're a really talented team. They looked good all year.
Yeah.
I could see them slotting into the 12. Wouldn't be surprised 12 or a 13, but I think they're definitely in the conversation.
What do you think the Jackrabbits of South Dakota State are going?
I think they'll be right there in that 13 as well. They're usually a team that they're usually they're usually right in that range. The 13. That's usually where they kind of slot in every year. So I'd put them right there too. I think I'd put them a step behind McNeese State. But I think you hit the nail on the head. I think James Madison, Drake maybe on that 12 line. Drake could be on the 11 line. You never know. Just depending on how the committee values them. I've seen some bracketologists have them at 11, but I think most people have them slotted into 12. I don't know what you think, but that's kind of my 2 cents.
One of my favorite teams to watch in the first round of this tournament, I can already tell you, is going to be the Samford Bulldogs.
Yeah.
They're going to be fun to watch. They got a big guy in the middle that could cause a lot of problems, and they score a lot of points. They scored like 120 or 130 points against VMI this year, I think.
Yeah, I hope they get matched up with Alabama and we just see like 120 to 110 game.
Yeah. I'm going to be watching Samford this year, this tournament though. They're fun to watch.
What's really exciting about college basketball lately is I know that the NIL and the transfer portal has caused a lot of drama across the NCAA, and I do think they need to regulate it a bit. But it has caused almost the separation between mid-major and some of those, I guess what would you call them, like the Southland and all the, I guess, the step below the mid majors, like the FCS in football.
Yeah.
But on the basketball, that gap is closed a little bit.
Yeah.
And you've seen it obviously with 2 16 seeds winning. You saw St. Peter's, it's a 15 seed there run. So it's just really exciting because at any time, like last year, Kennesaw State almost took down Xavier. So these mid majors and below, because of the transfer portal and just teams having a harder time gelling together new players in time, there's been a lot of really close, exciting games, and I think it just makes it really exciting in the tournament, especially because you're going to see those upsets. They're gonna happen. You might see a double-digit seed in the Elite Eight again. You just never know.
And any of the 16 seeds clinch? I know Stetson, they'll be a 16 seed. And who else here? Wagner. Will Wagner be a 16 seed, you think?
Yeah, 16 or 15 probably.
Yeah, Wagner. What about Oakland?
I think Oakland, they're probably on that 15, 16 as well. I mean, for me, it's just a toss-up back there. I don't look at those teams as hard as I do the other teams, admittedly, but
Oakland's coach has been there like
Oakland
30 years.
In the 15 range.
Wow, that's a long
University
time.
of Oakland Grizzlies. Their coach has been there like 30 years. Yeah, pretty impressive.
That is impressive.
Yeah. But they're the second best team in Michigan, the Oakland Grizzlies. Yeah. Better than the Wolverines.
Who's the best?
I guess Michigan State.
Yeah, I guess. I was thinking you had a joke up your sleeve there.
Nah,
John's got plenty of them.
The Oakland Grizzlies are the second best team in the state of Michigan. The worst team is the Hospital.
Could take down Michigan this year.
Yeah, Detroit Mercy was the worst team. That was fun to watch this year, though.
Yeah, them and Mississippi Valley State, I think, combined for 2 wins the whole year.
Yeah, did you see when Detroit Mercy finally won and the one guy started storming the court?
Yep, I did see that. That was great.
Yeah.
Hey, Noah, before we get out of here, I got to ask you, I'm hoping that John is going to be reporting live from Las Vegas, Nevada, 2 weeks from this evening.
Yeah, I'm going to Vegas in 2 weeks.
So he's going to have his boots down in some sports book. I'm hoping that maybe you can come join us.
Yeah, absolutely. Just send me the time and the date, and I'd love to hop on.
If you hop on, I'd love for you to be down here with me if you can make it. If you can do it by phone, we'll take it.
Yeah, text me the date. I'll see what my work schedule looks like, and we can get something on the books.
All right, well, let's go on a run so we don't have to work anymore. What do you think about that?
I like it.
All right, Noah, thank you so much for your time, and we'll talk to you in a couple weeks.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys. Take care.
Take care, Noah. Hey, that was fun. That was great.
Yeah, Noah's just a wealth of knowledge, like you said.
Let's check some scores real quick.
Yeah, let's see where our tickets are at. Where are the Bonnies at? Let's check on the Bonnies.
It's got to be another overtime. It's 75-74. I have no idea.
Holy cow, double overtime.
Yeah, how much time left?
You're in good shape.
How much time left?
2 seconds left. It's a 1-point game. Once they're at the free throw line, it's done. Let me pull it up.
They shot a 3 to make it. They were down 74-72, and I saw this thing click 75-74.
I think it's on the USA Network.
All right. It looks like San Diego State's pulling away from UNLV.
Oh, no, really?
Yeah. What do we got, 4.5? What do we have, 4.5 points?
8-point game.
Yeah.
No,
it's 8-point game now. Oh, they scored a bucket. Good.
Yeah, I mean, that Bonnie's thing should update pretty quickly.
My Bonnie score's no good. Well, it is good with this. Yeah, I need
San Diego State. Yeah,
I got San Diego State.
And then you need the Bobcats. Are they blowing them out?
Well, I got a -9.5, and they're up 18.
Wow.
They've scored the first 8 of the second half.
Wow.
Yeah, that's good for me.
Bobcats.
That's a 3-teamer.
What's that? 25 to win
109. No, 109 because 109. I took the money
line.
Oh,
yeah. 109.
San Diego, okay. I took the money line.
Okay.
Davey picked this on his own. Let's see if it holds up.
Yeah.
No John help today.
The Bonnies, the Aztecs, and the Bobcats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you would have asked me that, I would have got one right.
Oh, yeah.
The Aztecs.
Oh, yeah.
I would have got that one right.
Yep, we got a Bonnie, Aztec, and Bobcat parlay.
What's a Bonnie?
What's a Bonnie? It's a little dog.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, it's a little dog. They got a little dog as their mascot. I know that.
All right.
It's like a little Lassie dog or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
The Bonnies.
right.
So, yeah, that one's looking good. Let's check on, see where my tickets are at. I got SMU -6. That don't start till later. Oh, I got Ohio State +4. I swung it in my favor at -200. So let's see. Ohio State's got an 8-point lead. They're gonna smoke the Hawkeyes. Ohio State's gonna kill them. We got Georgia, Florida don't start till later, and then Boston College, Virginia. On Virginia, listen to this, Virginia. I took Virginia to score under 70 points.
Okay.
Boston College plus 10.5 points, and then Boston College under 66.5 points. You got that at plus 180, baby.
I like it.
Yeah. And these two are
Ooh, hear that thunder.
really
And
low.
the
I got
thunder
UNLV plus
rolls.
13.5 on this ticket.
Well, I like it.
Yeah, but I also got them scoring some
What
points.
do we got on our ticket?
I think we're going to get there on the
UNLV plus
points.
what?
Which one's this one? UNLV, 4.5. You need some help.
How much time left in the game?
7 minutes.
Okay.
You need the running Rebs to go on a run.
Yeah.
You were living out there when they were making their run.
No, I was no.
91?
I wasn't living there. I was living in Arizona.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I was close.
What was the first year you moved to Vegas?
To Vegas? 93 or 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was a little
Okay.
intoxicated those
Okay.
years.
Yeah.
So I can't remember correctly.
I get it. Ohio State got that one. We're looking. I got a Tulane North Texas bet. The Mean Green of North Texas. It's halftime. North Texas up 3. I got Tulane plus 15.5 and North Texas to score under 78.5. We're looking good. They got 36.5. Anything else? Creighton Providence. We were talking about the Blue Jays with Noah. Let's see how they're doing against Providence. They're trailing by 3. They're not scoring that many points. Wow. I got Providence plus 18.5. So that one's looking solid. What's Duke and NC State doing? Let's look this one up. The Dukies. Oh, wow. NC State beating them by 3 at the half. Big upset. Duke's favored by 10.
Wow.
How would you like to have NC State money line?
A long way to go.
Yeah, that would pay a lot.
All right.
Yeah, let's Dayton and Duquesne.
Duquesne.
Duquesne. The Dukes of Duquesne. That hadn't started yet. It says it started, but it hadn't. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That is pretty much it. So hopefully we can bring home some winners, buddy.
All right.
Yeah.
Are we good to get out of here?
Yeah, that's all I got.
That's all I got.
Yeah,
I need to
till
go
next Thursday. Hey, when we come back next Thursday, we will have some brackets.
brackets,
Sunday night.
and I'm gonna take a little nappy tonight. I'm gonna try to take a little nappy before I drive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we're gonna get out of here.
Yeah.
All right.
That's all I got till next week. For David, I'm Clemson John. We'll see you guys next week with some brackets.
Brackets. I'm talking about brackets.